we're back. And the weather is awesome other than the wind. It's been nice all weekend. We've had 40s, 50s. Today we're actually, I think when I hopped out of the truck it said 61 or 62, I think. 60 something. So this week looks like we have a lot of short runs. What was that? This week we have a lot of short runs. So this one, we're in Milford at OLM again. Our standard pizza load. Probably just staying on over here where the wind ain't blowing so bad. We're going to up to Aberdeen, South Dakota, and we have to drop off at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so we have no rush today. I think it's a 4-hour drive, 5-hour drive, probably like a 4-hour drive. We gotta go to Aberdeen, and then drop off at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we shoot over to Alexandria, Minnesota, which is only probably hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, I suppose. So, and then it sounds like we'll be coming back. It doesn't sound like there's anything from up there coming back down that way, which I guess we're not that far, so having a load coming back down here is gonna be, you know, slim to none. There's quite a few loads running back and forth to Wisconsin, a bunch of Nebraska loads, so I'm not really sure how this whole week's gonna play out. I just know tonight it's supposed to be really nice, and then Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday the wind's supposed to pick up to about 40, 50 mile an hour. Depending on who you listen to, we're either going to have 50 degrees and thunderstorms, or we're going to have 28 degrees and a blizzard. So we'll kind of see what this week turns out to be, but it sounds like it could get kind of interesting. Regardless, the wind is supposed to be horrible. So we got home, home from Sioux City this weekend and dropped that trailer off where I ended the last video, and I got home and the tire was off the rim by the time I got home in Marcus and Granville. So it had a huge hole in it. I don't know if it was like a big rivet. It kind of looked like a big rivet that went in it because it just punched a perfect hole in it. So it went flat really fast. So we got that fixed. Greased the truck over the weekend. Never did get a chance to get it washed. We since it was warm out, we cleaned out hog building and the chicken building and whatnot. So we didn't get it washed this weekend, but from the sounds of it, I don't think it's going to be worth my time washing because today's going to be the only decent day. And then after that, we'll find out what happens. I don't think our load's very heavy. I ain't got a whole lot of weight on the trailer, so I got the tandem slid all the way forward. Alrighty, let's got -9, set -10, so we're good there, and get on the road. Well, that's just convenient. So we gotta do the good old-fashioned reach around. Oh,
Common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you.
Hey, look, I'm about done. This is super convenient. This is probably my least favorite place to come to when I don't have my boat. Glacial Lakes up in South Dakota, Wabae, Bitter. Yeah. Spent a lot of time up here, but it's with a boat, not in a truck. Got some pretty good stories with friends up here. Courtney fell into the hole ice fishing one time. My buddy's wife fell in the hole. We've stayed at that hotel before. My buddy's wife and Courtney simultaneously fell down 2 separate holes while we were packing up the ice shack. I don't know, like a blizzard came out of nowhere. You know how South Dakota is. We were gonna fish overnight, and anyway, yeah, we're trying to pack up the ice shack, and Scooby Mobile. It's been there for years. Anyway, yeah, his wife was like right next to me. Courtney was right next to my buddy, and simultaneously, both girls fell down the hole. It was blowing like 30, 40 mile an hour. Started snowing, pretty much, you know, like I said, blizzard. And then we got to the hotel, and a mink got in the back of the truck. at some point and started eating all of our fish. Oh yeah, look at all the guys over there all ice fishing. And yeah, anyway, ate all of our fish, and then we got up in the morning, and the staircase, we were on the second floor of the hotel we were staying at. And the stairs were full of snow. Courtney was right in front of me. She stepped down and lost her footing and slid down it like a snow slide, I guess. So I went running down after her, and my fingertips were touching her hoodie the whole time, but I never did catch up to her, and somehow I made it all the way down the stairs, sprinting down the stairs, and never fell on my butt. We were up here in the summer one time, and their boat broke down, and we had to go out like 1 in the morning and go rescue them because we had just loaded our boat up, and they were on their way in, and their engine quit, so then we had to turn around and go find them. And whenever we go fishing with them, there's always a story that goes along with it every time. I really like it up here though. Not so much in the wintertime. Too cold. Too much ice, too much snow. Actually, it's probably been a really mild winter here for them, just like it has been for us. It sounds like it's gonna get crappy. My phone keeps going off, so hopefully we get back home tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get stuck up here or not. Sounds like tomorrow afternoon that big snowstorm's supposed to move in. A lot of water. Most of this water wasn't even here like 30 years ago. I think like 80s and 90s when all these lakes started forming. A lot of farm ground underwater. If you don't know about it, you'll have to look it up. Glacial lakes in South Dakota, and yeah, like Bitter Lake and all that. They're all just like duck sloughs and whatnot. And now they're huge lakes, and there's farms, gravel roads, all that underneath the water. Depending on how deep it is, but there's your fun little fact for the day if you're not familiar with up here. Full house in this truck stop tonight. Just me and one other guy. So we're in Aberdeen. 8 o'clock appointments. And yeah, I was watching Ryan Hall, and it's not sounding too promising. So I'm hoping I can make it to Alexandria tomorrow in Minnesota before the crap hits. But like I said before, you get 3 different meteorologists, weather stations, whatever, and they all 3 have different ideas on what's going to happen, and they vary by a lot. So I don't know. I don't know. I guess it'll be a surprise. We'll just go with that. It will be what it will be. But I want to see if they had some of those little button marker lights, and they do not. So I think we've had 3 of them go out at one time. I had one in the shop. But so that one there, you can see my little fingerprints. That one got fixed up, and got 2 out on the driver's side.
In Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio down in towards the Gulf Coast, we're going to have 50, 60, 70 mile per hour wind gusts intermittently back here in Nebraska, Iowa, Missouri, and Kansas as well. And it's going to be snowing back here. That's why we have blizzard warnings going out. And I think that these blizzard warnings right here are going to expand to the north and to the east as time goes on, because I think a lot of us are
superb. I don't know if you guys watch Ryan Hall much, but I usually kind of watch him. He covers the whole... I feel like a meteorologist now. Over here in California, moving over. Yeah, the blizzard warnings up here. No, I watch him a lot. He covers the whole U.S., so no matter where you're going, you kind of know what's going to be going on. So, but we're going to call it night. I'm going to make some supper. Had a physical on Friday and the doctor wasn't nice to me. Told me I need to go on a diet. So no good food no more for a while. I need to drop like 30, 40 pounds to be perfectly honest. I put on like 35 pounds in the last 6-7 years. Just slowly keeps creeping up. Old age is catching up with me. And I went from having a physical job to did the camper rentals and now trucking. So I went from a physical job to a real lazy physical job. So no physical emotions, you know, whatever. So now I gotta watch what I eat. No fun, but hopefully the ground's not white when we get up in the morning, and we'll see you guys then. Not sure if you can see the dust flying across the parking lot, but it is windy. You can see those trees moving. We're pretty protected here in town, but out in the open, it's pretty windy. I was having a hard time sleeping after about 2 o'clock this morning because the truck kept rocking so bad. But they got us in and out of here before our appointment time here in Aberdeen. Now we're heading to Alexandria, Minnesota. But the only problem is there's one nice line of snow and ice on the radar between here and there. So we did get some sprinkles last night. I got some little, I don't know if you can see them or not, I got some dots on my mirror. Or we must have sprinkled a little bit. Wife said the ground is wet at home. But it looks like they're going to be getting thunderstorms this morning before it turns over to snow tonight. So we'll see what today brings. But looks like here in a little while we're going to have some crap roads. So I suppose we should get to getting and let's see what kind of crap we can get ourselves into. All right, we made it to Alexandria, and you can see that we found the snow. It's 30, well, the truck says 33, so it's not freezing on the ground quite yet. Just turning to slush, but this place is super nice. Henry's, he told me to take door 5, and they're not supposed to let anyone inside, but there's a restroom inside and something else or whatever. He just said I'm more than welcome to come in if I want to come in. I'm like, nice. Kind of reminds me of doing the egg stuff. Almost got it on the first try. Gonna have to do a little straighten out. Not a big miss. Point you so you can see my mirror. See how bad I do. He said to leave the doors closed. Drifting away. Get it back on our line. And wait for the thaw. I'm gonna slide over a little bit. I don't like it. I probably am good, but ringing. There we are. Alright, we're unloaded. It was getting pretty sloppy there in Alexandria. Couldn't ever get out of the parking lot. Interstate's fine. We're going to take 94 over to Highway 71, and we're going to shoot south on 71. Head home that way. I haven't heard where the trailer's got to go, but I'm just taking 71 because it's not out of my way. And basically that gives me down to about Jackson to figure out whether he's going to have me take the trailer to Milford, or if I'm gonna take it to Lamar's. But now they have us in a blizzard warning at home starting at 7 o'clock tonight. So Courtney said work already canceled for tomorrow. School's already canceled for everything. So I think I'm just gonna head home and probably just gonna park the truck for Wednesday and Thursday, possibly even Friday. I don't know. I'd rather get stuck at home than twiddle my thumbs at the truck stop in the blizzards. But it doesn't look like we should be in the snow for too long. The snow's not very south of Alexandria here. And then, what are we hitting our brakes for? Anyway, Courtney says it's raining at home. It's like parking lots running water and flooded at home. I suppose there's still frost on the ground, but water can't soak in worth of crap, I suppose. I don't know, because we haven't had much snow, so it can't be that. So hope we get out of the snow, out of the salts, maybe hit some rain to rinse this thing off. It ain't gonna be worth washing it and driving it, this crap, to park it again. So we shall see. Well, we're finally out of the snow, but now we're not out of the people that want to drive 40 mile an hour. I'd really like to get further south before that cold front keeps pushing further south and this rain turns into snow again. This probably wouldn't irritate me as much, but I was behind a semi and I was doing 30 for about 20 miles. I finally got around him, and now he's actually behind me. Only made it like 5 or 6 miles, then I caught up with a hot shot, doing 45. There was about 5 or 6 more vehicles in between me and him, but everyone else has got around except for this horse trailer or whatever this is. I just want to go home. But at least we're not in the ice. Look at the positives. So we're coming into Wyndham. And then we'll hit Worthington and we'll drop off on Highway 59. Head to Primgar and drop this trailer off. We're starting to turn to ice again. We're about 30 miles from Primgar. You can start seeing it on the trees. The trees are starting to turn white. I'm not sure if the camera will pick it up or not. The roads are still okay. Highway 60, I just got off too late. The road's still good, but traffic's slowing down to about 30, 40 mile an hour. Everyone's with their four ways on, so. And the wind's really picking up now. When I was speeding up coming south at about 35, 40 mile an hour, the snowflakes were falling straight next to my window. They weren't really passing me or falling behind. I don't like ice. Fine with snow. I hate ice. Oh, you can see the ripples. They're getting them back out of the ice again. You can see the wind in the water on the road, and the ripples are going just as fast as we are. And we're going about 48, 49 mile an hour. So I'm glad I'm going south, going with this wind. I just had to go 1 mile to the east on the highway for a little jig jog in the trailer. It was questioning whether it was going to stay shiny side up. I mean, the worst part was just the grove. There's a big grove there, and then also get that wind, that gust coming around it. That's what gets you. The trailer went way off to the side. But now that we're going south with the wind, I just think that was crazy. I could see the ripples in the water from the wind. And We're going just as fast. Well, we dropped the trailer, but we didn't make it in time. The snow caught back up with us. So this week's going to be a short week. This is going to be the last load for this week. Kind of a maybe something on Friday going to Nebraska, but we're not sure if that one's going to be ready to go. Otherwise, next week looks pretty busy with cheese and Blue Bunny stuff. So. Which the weather's going to do tonight, what they say it's going to do. I don't want to be out here anyway. I'd rather be home. We're going to get home and do the truck in the shop, let it thaw out, because it's a solid ice ball. And then we'll probably start working on some more videos. I'm way behind on videos still. I still ain't got caught up since I got the new computer up. Try and get back on a rhythm again. I don't even see all the snow on this guy's headlights. It's way brighter in the camera than it is in person. I guess the snow on the road doesn't show up here as much either. Oh, about right there, about 39 mile an hour. That's going to do this one. We'll see you guys in the next one.